Hey everybody, Jennifer Stone,
Rosie,
and we're with Oops Baby. And hope you guys enjoyed the last episode. We had some great feedback.
some sassy ones.
We're always gonna get some sassy ones. Can't please everybody.
That's what we think, though.
Yeah.
Take that.
Also, I want to just touch base on something that one person, like, it's one person and they just keep talking about it.
To both of us, so we're addressing you now.
The notepad. I'm so sorry that this is very distracting. This paper. I guess you never watch the news either, because that's probably very.
Oh no! Now they're gonna be like, oh,
very difficult.
You're comparing yourself to the news.
Remember that time you compared yourself to the news? No, remember that time I compared. Watching people read things is very distracting. Yeah.
Guys, podcasts are people having a conversation on camera.
Yeah.
So this right here is called notes. Yeah. And if you want us to at least sound like we have a plan, you're going to let us read our notes and not bitch about it.
Because it's just real talk. It's just literally an outline of things that we want to remember to talk to you guys about.
Track, keeps the time flowing.
It's not a movie. No. This isn't a movie. We're not memorizing our lines. Like, if you want to watch me not have something right in front of me
from the dome piece,
go watch one of my movies. I know all my lines in that because it's not a fucking podcast. Anyways, I'm so glad you're back.
Get that off my chest.
Anyways, how was your weekend?
It was a very boring and cold, and did a lot of just hanging around the house with the kids, and they stayed home. Extra day. Cowboys
for coldness
disappointed us again.
No,
don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah,
I'm sure you guys.
They told us not to. They
so.
Literally, I got so many messages saying, "Please don't discuss the Cowboys."
Only thing we're gonna say, it's like, disappointment every year.
What'd you expect?
We had a high, and then they kicked us in the fucking gut like they do every year.
Go Dallas!
Time. Still a fan, though.
Yeah.
We'll get them next year.
Back your team.
Keegan was like, I'm rooting for the Texans now.
He's like, that's it. I'm jumping ship. I'm out.
Only took him 11 years.
Yeah.
It's been 40 for me, so.
Hanging in.
Still hanging in there.
Hanging in strong.
I don't think he was serious, though. I think he just meant for the playoffs, but I get it, man. I get it. It's heartbreaking. How was your weekend?
It's good. I officially have a 13-year-old son, so here comes the teenage years. I think, which is weird because I keep feeling like he's been a teen for a while because he grew a mustache about a year ago. Just weird. But yeah, so I just have this teenager now, so it's interesting.
It's fun.
It's interesting.
It's a fun time to be alive.
Yeah. So we just did some, just went out to eat, hung out, fun stuff, hibachi, everything like that. So yeah, but pretty chill weekend otherwise.
Yeah.
So we got some good things in store for you this podcast.
We got a couple of topics today. So we're going to touch on one coming from you guys, the viewers. Mm-hmm. You guys wanted to know about Mean Girls.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually saw, so they'd messaged about it, but then I also saw on a group thing, like the Rockwallian, some poor woman was just like, when does this ever end? I just don't get it. Why do they have to be this way? Why do they have to be so judgmental? Why am I literally a grown-ass woman crying myself to sleep right now because other women are so freaking mean? And I really resonated with that because I'm always preaching women empowerment. Yeah. I'm always sharing things. I'm always doing something. I'm always backing my girls. Yeah. And I try to do that with other women, and I like their stuff. I share their things. But I find it's really not given back.
Yeah.
And I see that in my insight, like on my social media. Mm-hmm. I looked the other day, and my Facebook following is 95% male. 95% interaction is male. So my women empowerment, I support each other women and stuff, like
It's like your 7 best girlfriends.
Right.
It's
women are not stepping outside of their circles.
No,
Women aren't stepping, and of course, you're gonna support your closest girls always, but just because you're not friends with this woman and she happens to be like beautiful or really good at something or anything doesn't make her a bitch.
Yeah.
Doesn't make her a whore. Doesn't make her a bad person. You don't have to be a see you next Tuesday and comment something shitty just because you're not feeling good about yourself.
Yeah.
I really feel like we need to step away from that and like go forward with actually supporting one another.
I feel like Mean Girls starts in like elementary school, and it literally goes your whole life.
Yeah.
I think you hear it more based on who you surround yourself with, hear it more or less. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't think the Mean Girl phase ever stops.
Yeah.
It's more so, like I said, be aware who you're friends with. Be aware of your own attitude and the way you carry yourself in public and on social media and things like that. And you would be surprised that sometimes you might be having a bad day, not like somebody's thing, and they might take it as like, oh my God, so-and-so didn't like my thing or support me. And then it causes like a whirlwind of whatever. But that's the shit that needs to stop. Because you don't know what people are going through that day or like whatever the case may be. But unfortunately, guys, there is no answer to like when it stops. It's just based on the person. And unfortunately, you gotta like speak your mind when you're experiencing it. I think so. I think the best thing to do. I've learned in the last few years of cutting people out and like being bothered by certain things, like just talk about it. Like, get it out there. Bottling it up isn't gonna. I think bottling it up makes more Mean Girl moments. Because then it leads to gossip, and then it leads to
jaded.
Bitterness and like this and that, and then get it off your chest, and either it'll get resolved or it won't. But like, don't go around and try to like ruin people's reputations or comment and like the girl commenting on your stuff the other day.
I mean, these were like old women.
What
like,
the fuck is wrong with you?
Like, if you have to go out of your way to say something shitty, you really need to take a step back, look in the mirror, and internalize your own shit, because it ain't me you're mad about, or whoever you're going against. It's not me, honey. It's you. Trust me.
It's
it ain't me. It's you, and I feel bad for you.
The Mean Girl shit is, hey, what? We're busy. Go away.
This isn't your show, Harley.
Somebody said, can you have Harley jump up and be in the shop one time? And I was like, if we can get her to, she's old.
She's old.
But anyway, back to the Mean Girl thing. Harley, you're being a mean girl.
Yeah.
You're ruining our
show.
show.
She does it all the time.
I think Mean Girl does come from an internal place.
Yeah, for sure. It makes them feel better. Like, if I can tear you down a peg, then I feel a little bit better about myself, because, I can even, it's usually because they think something positive of you. So really, if there's a mean girl attacking you, you need to try and take that as a positive thing for yourself.
She likes something
something
that she's jealous
about
that
you.
She doesn't have.
So she wants to attack that because she didn't get or doesn't have that personality or something or look or whatever.
Usually attacks come from jealousy.
Yeah.
Or like something more deep rooted, like, I don't know, maybe their boyfriend's liking their shit. Whatever. Like, completely unnecessary bullcrap. Like, that's coming from, I feel like, we have high schoolers that watch us. And sorry to your mothers and fathers, but thanks for watching.
Thank you.
I feel for you ladies, because I think middle school, high school, even starting in grade school, but it's just like typical, like, I'm not going to chase you on the playground. But high school is the worst, because it is all like a lot of lies, and it all stems from jealousy, and most of it's rooted in something to do with a boy. Yeah. And then that's where, like, I think most girls who bring that mean girl attitude into their adult life, it stems from high school.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it's because you and your little bitch ass friends were little bitch asses in high school, and then you took it into your adult life, and you stayed miserable like that.
Yeah.
It's sad. Like, just get over it. Just be an adult.
And try not to perpetuate that hate. Like, to our high school viewers, like, notice it, see what it actually is, and maybe like instead of
I'm all for confronting.
Tell them look, hey man,
don't wait until you're our age to start confronting situations like that. Walk up to somebody. I'm not saying start a fight, but just be like, hey,
what's your deal?
Like, why do you not like me? Why are you talking shit about me? Like, can you explain to me in adult words like what your deal with me is, and go from there. And I think a lot of times it's a miscommunication or misunderstanding and
assumptions
are a huge thing. Just blatant lying is a huge thing where a lot of mean girl shit stem from.
Definitely. I know some shit in my high school years could have been avoided if like a normal conversations, because I definitely never stepped back and didn't say anything. I definitely always stepped forward and was like, hey, what's up? But it always ended up in a like actual fight. Like you know, we couldn't actually talk about it because I don't think even
tensions were high.
Tensions were high, and honestly, the things weren't at our fingertips that like they are now. Like you know, that's just like you were aggressive. You did that
party.
Yeah, like
it wasn't on social media.
Yeah,
you didn't have it.
Yeah, it's like everything's right here at your fingertips. Like you can see things. You know what's going on in people's lives, kind of now, and you know, like it doesn't have to always lead to that aggression.
So worse now.
Yeah,
that sucks. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that sucks
I would have
high
hated
schoolers
it.
and college kids and even like early 20 people that are just starting to like get into adulthood, and you're trying to find your tribe. You know what I mean? If you don't have one really yet. And
it's rough.
Trial and error. I'm telling you that now. I mean, shoot, I was still getting rid of people as of a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So
it's definitely a cycle, and then you outgrow people, and
and don't make that a bad thing. Like, don't turn that into a mean.
It's really not.
Too. Sometimes people are just meant to be like chapters in your life, and not like there for the whole thing. And that doesn't mean you have to hate them, but like appreciate the times that you had with them and the memories that you make, and leave it at that. Like, don't be a fucking hater because you guys aren't friends anymore.
Yeah. Thanks for growing with me.
But now we're going in separate ways.
Yeah.
So, you know. Yeah. So hopefully the viewer that was, you know, I'm sorry you had a bad night. That makes us sad. And just know
we'll never mean girl you.
We would never.
All love and support. All love and support.
We might cuss at you a little bit if you piss us off.
Yeah. But that's what friends.
But then after that, like, we want to be friends.
Yeah. Like, here's the thing. Like, if you can't take an opinion from somebody, like you can have your opinion, and then we can have we can have our opinion, and maybe it's not the same, and we're gonna be like, well, actually, blah blah blah. Just because you have a difference of opinion doesn't mean you hate each other.
Yeah,
that's what I want to make sure that you guys understand. Like, I have friends that have way opposite opinions of me, and they're like family to me. Like, you don't have to.
You and I don't have the same opinion on anything.
Yeah, and
we're attached to the hip.
Yeah, we're attached to the hip, and we have different opinions on things.
We're not going anywhere.
You shouldn't always surround yourself with people that have the exact same opinion as you. That'd be a boring, bland ass life.
And you're never gonna learn anything.
You're never gonna learn. You're gonna stay in this little tiny bubble. You're gonna do in your little tunnels. You're not
bubbles.
You're not gonna see the world with only hanging out with your yes men.
Yeah, no.
But
ain't that the truth, y'all? So I hope you young ones take this to heart, because seeing like mean girls at our age, it's disgusting.
Yeah, it really is
yucky. It makes you feel all icky.
Form.
Yeah, very fucking poor form. And like, grow the fuck up. Like, come on, guys. We're about to be
You're halfway
40s,
dead.
So.
Give it up.
Well, that was dark.
It is what it is.
You gonna die.
You gonna die. Be nice. Or ain't nobody gonna be at your funeral.
Oh, that would suck. What if there's this one just mean ass person, and just for fucking revenge, you would go to their funeral and like nobody's there, and you just like live stream it on Facebook and be like, "See, you mean girl ass bitch." But then we'd be being a mean girl. But then she'd be dead.
Sorry we laughed so hard at that.
Oh no, we're gonna get a message about it. You insensitive bitches.
Yeah, well, that's what happens. Dealing with mean girls for 40 years.
Don't do it. Don't be a mean girl.
Yeah.
All right, that was pretty good. I liked it.
Yeah.
Did you like it? We feel good about it.
We feel good about it.
We feel
I
good
feel
about it. And if you are a mean girl watching this, I hope your heart is growing.
Like the Grinch.
Yeah.
Her heart grew 3 times that day.
Your heart is growing. Send us a message.
A message.
Send us a message and tell us about your change and why you decided to change.
Yeah.
Was it us?
Was the dying alone? I don't know.
Might have been. Scared you. All right. Topic number 2. This is going to be a fun one because, I don't know, it's something new to think about, but let's dabble in what we call our slut era and what could be a perspective shifting revelation. So in the old days, your slut era, what was
sleeping around, like unapologetic sex having,
swiping,
hooking
up with every swipe, and we are not by any means saying that type of slut era is shunned, or like to be frowned upon. It
can just be exhausting.
It's not a bad thing, but it gets very exhausting. I think, and even after all that fun having, you may start to internalize your worth. Being tied, being tied to these multiple partnerships and I don't know, I think eventually when that sex might slow down, your confidence might go down too. So, that old slut era, I mean, I know I had it, and you've probably had it, like, again, we're not shaming, but I know from my own personal experience.
We just want to
I've had a couple of slut eras in my lifetime. I know the one in my younger life, it was my later teens. And looking back, I felt like shit a lot of the time. I think you do things at a younger age because you think you're supposed to do things. You know what I mean? And that even happens now. But my later in life slut era, I think, was after, my marriage. And it wasn't even all that slutty, so don't get too excited, guys. But that was the time where I was like, oh my God, I haven't dated in 7-8 years, so let me see. And was having sex and whatever, and wasn't emotionally attached to these people. And once you're kind of over it, it does make you feel like fucking shit, and you're just like, ew, why did I do that?
What's funny is whenever I was a teen, I had a long-term boyfriend. We were together for several years, and it's still even only sleeping with my boyfriend, just being a teen at that point, I was a slut because I had sex with one person, and that's how it was portrayed. I think now freaking they start at 12 and nobody. That's just not crazy. It's not a big deal anymore. But back then it was oh shit, oh, did you hear so and so did this? It didn't matter. We were together for fucking 3 years or whatever. But but and then later in life. Obviously I've had those slutty moments or whatever, but I'm a very big weirdo with people touching me. I'm very much a relationship person.
Yes, I am too.
I don't like people touching me. I've never went and had a massage, a professional massage, because I don't like people touching me. And it's just and because you take on people's energy, you really do. Even in hanging out in big groups, it takes a lot out of me.
Oh, you can tell real quick when I don't like somebody.
Yeah.
Because I will be off.
I
feel it.
You're just I don't like it.
I don't want to be nice to you. Not mean, but I don't want to open myself up to you because I don't want to be friends with you.
And I've definitely found myself more later in life actually going through the motions of things in positions that I didn't actually want to be there. But you're there, you're with your date or whatever, drinks and whatever, and you're like, well,
shit, I'm here.
This is the next step that I'm supposed to go to. and it sucks and you feel like shit. And the next day you're just like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I'm a grown ass woman. Why am I making these poor decisions?
That, and I feel like it's the obligation thing.
It's obligation.
It steps in and you're just like, why do I feel obligated? But then, like, you do.
You do.
Then you just get shit-faced drunk, and then there you go.
Yeah.
But, so we read an article, and we were, and it intrigued us, because it's basically talking about, what if we can start encouraging young men and women to see your slut era as more of an attitude?
Yeah.
More of a
mindset.
More of an emotion.
Or a state of being.
A slut era is any period of time which your pleasure is paramount.
Yeah.
Paramount meaning the greatest of importance.
Yeah.
So find things that are basically nourishing for your soul and go be a slut about it. Like, I'm a fucking slut for mimosas daily.
Right. I'm a slut for the gym. Like, we're not pushing purity culture.
No. Go be a slut masturbating. Like, do whatever. But we're pushing doing the internal work and putting your energy into situations that are going to turn that energy tenfold. Go feel good about what you're doing.
Yeah.
Go get slutty with your friends at TJ fucking Maxx.
Yeah,
like,
getting lost in the candle session. We smell all the candles. We're a slut for candles.
Go be a slut for garlic bread and Olive Garden.
Yeah. Oh, slut for endless salad.
Harley is a fucking slut for trash.
Yeah.
My trash can, because she digs in that as often as she can. So basically, we're trying to like change that whole, like
it doesn't have to
slutty
be
era phase. Which
sex
again,
that pleasures you.
do it. Sex and pleasure should be good for you. So don't wait until your slutty era to have like go have crazy good sex. Go find someone that is like good enough to share your energy with to have that.
Yeah. Or not anybody. Like even just yourself. Like, what is making you happy? Like it can be like just internalizing positive things for yourself. Like, what is making you happy? Like, is it sitting in your pajamas by yourself watching movies with snacks and stuff?
I'm a slut for Netflix.
Yeah. like it doesn't, you don't need sex for that type of internal pleasure.
No. And find that type of like validation that sex might give you into something that actually makes you feel good. Well, take that back. Sex is going to make you feel good. But we're talking about like the aftermath of sex.
Yeah.
Like if you're having sex with a booty call or a situationship, that sex never makes you feel good afterwards. So
no, it's very empty.
It's empty. And in the moment, I'm sure it's great. It's wonderful. But like the after effect is what we're talking about. So we're trying to encourage people to like go away from just sleeping around in your slutty era. Tap more into the internal and find out other things you're slutty for.
You have more things to offer than your hoo-hoo.
Your holes.
You
have more things to offer than your holes, ladies.
Yes.
And guys, you got more things to offer than your
pee-pee.
Franks and Banes and your hole as well.
Yeah,
you got some holes too,
have
guys.
holes.
So
we all have holes.
We all have holes. Should be on
that should be on a shirt. That's what I was thinking of.
We all have holes.
That's like a unity shirt.
Fill them with love and gratitude.
We all have holes. Fill them with love. That's our positivity for the day.
Little positive pill. Swallow that, huh?
Speaking of.
Make
nasty time.
All right, guys. Well, we hope you liked our topics, but that's kind of what we had for you on those. So if you have any questions, comments on it, hit us up because we'd love to talk more about it. And again, I think this episode, we did kind of like gear it a lot towards the younger crowd because we didn't realize we had such a younger following. So please, please, please take these two topics into account and like help it build your character and your self-worth, honestly.
Yeah. I think self-love, self-worth, and knowing really what makes you happy. I think a lot of people tend to gear like they see what makes somebody else happy, and they go, and they put all their energy into it, and they don't ever like actually self-reflect and be like, actually, what makes me happy? Because those people are usually like givers, and they're just like, that makes this person happy, and it makes me happy to see them happy, but really what makes you happy? So make sure you take some time to self-reflect and listen to the,
step back, ladies and gents, because got a lot of years ahead of you. So,
or maybe you don't. Stop being mean.
Oh, that's true. Oh, back to the darkness. Hello, darkness, my old friend. All right, we're nasty time.
All right, so speaking.
Who's nasty? You nasty.
You nasty.
All right, I'm gonna let you hit it first since we kind of.
So she said, spit or swallow. Does it make a difference to the girl? Because it does the boy. Okay.
I'm gonna let you tap. That one
so first of all, none of your shit's going in my mouth unless I am absolutely in love with you. Because gross. If I don't even like people touching me, you think your cum's going in my mouth? No. If I love you, maybe it's going down, but most of the time it's probably coming out. And it's not a difference
so it's going
to you.
In your mouth.
I mean, it can go in my. It can go. Yeah.
Or your swallow.
Oh, no. If I swallow, it was probably an accident, and you did it really fast and didn't give me time to recoup. Like I gag so easily. I like if like bad gag. Yeah. So if it happened, you got lucky. You shot fast, but most of the time,
you missed a gunslinger.
Most of the time, that's coming back out. I really don't want that going down. And it does make a difference for me because I don't want to gag and puke on you. And it doesn't. Why would it make a difference for you? You've already came.
Yeah.
Are you gonna come again?
Doesn't make it.
It doesn't. It doesn't. No, you're a liar. All you're doing is trying to assert your dominance over the woman by making her swallow your shit.
Ew.
Yeah.
Not your actual shit, because that's gross. That's a whole nother McNasty question.
Don't send me those.
Nobody's eating shit here, by the way. So, spit or swallow on my end. I'm kind of with you on if I'm swallowing, like, you're my person, you're my dude at the time, and that's usually the only time that I've like enjoyed it. Like, that person I like really like. The spitting part, like I don't even think I would let your cum in my mouth if I don't like you that much. Yeah. I will say I'm a huge fan of just spitting in people's mouths. Just weird. Get me a few drinks in, and we're dating, and I might ask you to spit in my mouth. So it's weird.
It is weird.
It's a weird thing.
It's a weird thing,
but it's real.
Yeah.
And a lot of people like it. So
it is.
Not the only one.
No, I've seen it. Seen it.
It's way better when you're super drunk, but
yeah, I mean,
it's still hot. So
yeah, these are not
kink shaming here.
These are not non-drunk things. Yeah.
So there you go, Mr. McNasty or Mrs. McNasty. That's our take on spit and swallow.
There you go. And tell me how it makes it better for you. I would love to know.
Please, some
enlighten me,
because we don't understand. Yeah. You're still coming. Like, it doesn't matter like where.
Yeah, you already came. Like, it didn't make you feel better. Like mentally,
instead of the mouth, now you're coming on tits. Like,
yeah,
that's exciting.
Yeah. Mentally, you're just pumped.
So the next one was porn. Do we watch it? And if so, what kind? So, no, I think it's like porn during sex or something. Which, porn in general, yes, I'm all for it. I am a single lady, and I have been for a few years now. So, you know, my kids are gone some weekends, and like there's times I find myself watching lots of porn. Lots of times it's when I'm hungover. It's the best time. But yes, I'm all for porn. I am all for watching porn when I'm like with someone sometimes. Not saying all the time. I definitely have to be feeling some type of way. But I love all genres. My favorite is not everybody's favorite, but I like male, male, female threesomes. That's my go-to. That's my go-to, and I'm sticking to it. So
Yeah, there's lots of holes. You are a fan of holes.
you push porn on me while we're having sex, it's gonna be my type of porn.
Yeah. Hope you like dicks.
Take it away, Jen.
So for me, porn is very much different. I don't want to see anybody else having sex. I think if I don't like you, I don't want to fucking see your dick. So if you're sending me your dick and stuff in my DMs, guess what? I don't like it. So I don't want to see somebody else's dick or hoo-ha. Like
We should start like drawing pictures on people's dicks and making them like dick people.
Oh yeah,
and then posting them.
I can just put them up as puppets here.
That would be so funny.
So for me, like other porn, no, I don't like. I like to film my own sex, and I like to watch my own sex. I don't know if that's very narcissistic or whatever, but that
I thought you said nauseating.
Narcissistic.
I was like, why are you getting sick?
No, narcissistic, not nauseous. But no, like I like to film it with my partner, and I like to watch that because that's a turn on to me. Like because that's who I'm attracted to. That's what gets me going. I can picture it and stuff like that. Like so, like the fake scenarios and just some random dick. Like it's not gonna do it for me.
Random dick.
Don't want it.
I think that's the sign language for dick.
I was really just doing it in Italian.
I was like, that's.
I was just doing like an Italian
fingering,
an Italian gesture, but
and then you gotta do
I don't want it. Hey,
she don't like
I don't want
the
the random penis.
She don't like the penis. So yeah, that's what we think about porn.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm probably burst so many bubbles.
Now you're gonna get lots of home porn sent your way. You open this
Not
can.
your home porn. Mine.
Said her own.
My own.
Oh goodness gracious. Well, guys, that's about it for today. We touched on some mean girls. We touched on your slut era. We touched on each other.
Yeah.
Just kidding. We touched on our McNasties. We appreciate you guys for sending that stuff in. Keep it coming.
And that is a wrap for episode 9. Thank you guys, and we will see you next week. Mwah.